Talking mining today with Pacific Empire Minerals. That's PEMC in the venture, PEMSF, OTCQB in the States. Got the CEO, Brad Peters. It's been a while here, Brad. I got to believe you're pleased having the drills turning.
Absolutely. The drilling's underway at Pinnacle. We're currently drilling at the Elbow Zone, where that was where Oz Minerals drilled in 2015, following IP surveys in 2014. It's where they intersected 94 meters at 0.34 grams gold. So what we're doing is we're to the north of that pre-existing drilling, and that's an area where, after really compiling all of the IP surveys, the IP surveys conducted by Oz Minerals in 2014 at Elbow and Sooner, and at Later, which is further to the south, the Later target zone. After compiling the results of the IP from 2015 at Elbow and Sooner with pre-existing historical IP data that we purchased a few years ago here, it became apparent to us really that the IP chargeability targets at Elbow and Sooner were not discrete, localized chargeability anomalies. Rather, they were part of a much larger chargeability field. So at Elbow, for example, the chargeability signature we had from Oz appears to be the southeast extension of a much larger chargeability field, and at Sooner, the southwest extension of a much larger chargeability field, where that chargeability field really extends. The much larger area of anomalous chargeability extends for some distance to the north. And based on that, and with the drilling that had been completed by Oz Minerals and subsequently by MLG or ML Gold, where it became clear to us that the chargeability signature that we were seeing was a result of what would be pyrite plus or minus gold in the bedrock. That was the cause of the IP chargeability anomaly that we had, and that based on that, really, the interpretation in essence is that there is a significant halo of low-grade gold mineralization. And I guess the central question then is where are we within this larger halo of anomalous gold? And our conclusion, or basically our targeting, really suggested to us that proceeding to the north of the drilling at Elbow would be the best place to start to see where we are here in terms of the hydrothermal system that we've identified. And so that's currently where they're drilling right now, is at the Elbow Zone.
So how do you see year-end Q1 here shaping up?
In the overall scheme of things, we will continue to test. We have 3 target areas at the Pinnacle that we'd like to test this year. The Sooner as well, which was previously drilled by Oz Minerals, intersecting anomalous copper at that location. And then in addition, we've identified the Later target area, which is to the south of Elbow by approximately 6.5 kilometers. Over the last, I'd say, 24 months, that area has been opened up with significant logging operations in that area. And based on the results from the IP survey in 2014 by Oz, that to us is an attractive target in the sense that it's, I guess, slightly different than the targets at Elbow and Sooner, which would be located in the volcanic rocks. And to the south of the Elbow and Sooner, there is a contact, a very significant regional contact between the Chukchi Lake volcanic succession and Hogum intrusives. And once you proceed to the south into the intrusive rock, that's where we get into the target at the Later target area. And that target area has never been drill tested. It was the chargeability anomalies that we saw at Elbow and Sooner were quite simply bigger, redder blobs. To try and simplify things there, but certainly the target at the later, a little more subtle, but certainly very interesting. That target had never been drilled. That was not drilled by Oz Minerals, so we've identified that as a target area here that we'd like to have a look at as well. And interestingly enough, there was quite a significant geochemical program in the 70s in the area of Later, and they started out doing reconnaissance lines, got certainly some hits in the area. Several hundred parts per million copper, that kind of thing. Went back and continued to follow up and develop probably what best described as an erratic copper anomaly, but nonetheless a copper geochemical anomaly there as well. So that's certainly turning out to be an intriguing target that we're going to have a look at here.
News rich then, I would assume.
Yeah, I think so. Absolutely. No, absolutely. And we're looking forward to see here if we can vector towards a copper center on the Pinnacle property. But it is a property with a significant number of targets that we'd still like to continue having a look at, most certainly. But we're hopeful here that with the 3 targets that we've generated here in the immediate future, that drilling will certainly lead to some encouraging results that we can move forward with.
Okay, that's Brad Peters. He's the CEO of Pacific Empire Minerals Corp, PEMC on the venture, PEMSF, OTCQB in the States. Hey, Brad, appreciate that update. I certainly look forward to checking back when you have those results.
My pleasure. Thanks, Rob.